Hello, assalamu alaikum everyone, and I hope you're all well. Decided to make some chocolate cornflake Krispies. I make them every now and again. I took all of my ingredients out and then I decided I'd try something different today, and I checked out a recipe from the BBC Good Food website. These chocolate Krispies are actually really easy to make, but I wanted to see if I could find a better recipe, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so my weighing scale's on and I'm just going to measure out the cornflakes. Right, so put the bowl on and then we're going to put this to 0, so we're not including the weight of the bowl. There we go. So that's the cornflakes. Okay, so 150 grams. So these are my ingredients for today. I've got 300 grams of cornflakes, just plain cornflakes. I've got 150 grams of butter, and here we've got 300 grams of chocolate. You don't need to buy expensive chocolate, you can use any kind of chocolate. So you're also going to need a bowl and you'll need some cupcake cases. Got my pan of water and put the flame on. This is the amount of water I've got in there. So put this on here. Make sure it's heat proof, whichever bowl you choose to use. And we just need to put all of the chocolate in. And we'll put in all of the butter. You can also add about 4 to 5 tablespoons of golden syrup. I didn't have any at home, but it is optional, so I've just skipped that part. We don't want to overheat the chocolate, because if it overheats then it's going to go hard and it's going to go lumpy. So I'm just going to let that cook slowly. It's going to reduce the heat now that the water's come to the boil. So my chocolate and butter has now melted. I do recommend that you, to make life easier, just chop up the butter a little bit smaller than what I did. Okay, so I'm quite satisfied now that all of the butter has melted. And look at that. On to the next bit. So I'm just going to pour the chocolate into the cornflakes. I would say this is the hardest bit. Okay, now we just need to fill these up. So they're all ready now. I left them to set for about an hour. This is how they've turned out. See? So the recipe in the Good Foods website stated that you use 100 grams of cornflakes, 100 grams of chocolate, and 50 grams of butter. So because I was already going to make these, I already had my 300 grams of cornflakes ready. So what I did was I got 300 grams of chocolate and I used 150 grams of butter. I found with this recipe the Krispies tasted too buttery. There was far too much butter in it and not enough chocolate. I also found that the Krispies weren't really sticking together like they should, and they didn't have that full chocolatey colour to them either. When I've made these in the past, I've never measured anything out, so I melt my chocolate and then I put enough cornflakes in for it all to coat, and in my chocolate I put a little bit of butter in, but as you can see in this recipe it asked for far too much butter. But then again, if you like the buttery taste, maybe this is for you, I don't know, but I personally prefer my chocolate Krispies to be really chocolatey. Well, these chocolate Krispies didn't go down too well in my house because we don't like them buttery. We're used to having them quite chocolatey. But it was a good experiment all in all. So I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you very much for staying with me. Take care for now. Allah Hafiz.